No baby foal last night. So hello, I'm Araya. I don't actually introduce myself very often in these videos. We just like get right into it. I'm Araya. I live here in Italy in my van and in my tent. So now I have a glamping tent that I just built, and I'm building like my little patch. I have a fence now and building a roof, and it's like the most magical thing. And I'm walking here by the river and thinking about cold plunging if I have time. But just, there's that really, you can't really see the most beautiful parts. There's the pretty water. And I feel like I'm just living in a fairy tale. But what's important to note with that is that that is a choice to feel like that. It is a choice to be happy. It is a choice to be unhappy. It is a choice to keep repeating patterns that do not serve you. I think that that is like the key to this human experience that most people just don't realize, I guess. So like ignorance, unintentionally, or they know it and the patterns are just too strong to actually like do what I'm about to talk about. I interrupt this video because I want to tell you guys about something really, really exciting that Ladybug has going on. So if you know about Ladybug's story, she has wobblers, and that is the reason that I started my fundraiser to rescue her. And this YouTube community is who helped me raise the money for her. And now she gets to live here. And then we had found out that she was pregnant, and so that's something that we were doing, was breeding her, because that was the agreement to buy her time before we had the money for her. Yes. And so that was such a treat. It's like I rescued her, we found out she was having a baby, I named it Chaos, but then Chaos was just stillborn with his unknown twin, Dolore, and so they didn't make it. That was tragic. You guys probably saw that video on my channel. But yesterday we got the news that Ladybug has been accepted to this research trial with the veterinary clinic of our school of Torino, which is a city here in Italy. And so they are studying wobblers. And so wobblers is a condition, a neurological condition, and it's affecting her ability to really, I guess, walk. Like, it's in her spine. She drags her back legs. She's probably in a lot of pain from it, but we don't know exactly where it is in her spine, and we don't know what caused it. And so it could have been a genetic thing. It could have been from her mosquito-borne illness, which is called West Nile. She had West Nile at one point. She had a hawk injury at one point. So when she was younger, like younger, she's only 6. So it's super exciting for answers and for a clear path of treatment of how she will get better and be out of pain. And that could look like a lot of different things. Don't bite, okay. It could look like medication or injections or physical therapy that we could do here in the arena together, or potentially surgery, which would maybe be somewhere like in Germany if we were to go that route, if that was recommended. So I started a fundraiser for this journey. So everything with the transportation and the testing and this round of getting answers will be $1,500. So if you guys would like to be a part of that, we're raising the money kind of quickly. We have 2 weeks until it's time for her to go to Torino, where she'll get these scans done. And I'm just so excited for her. Yes, I'm so excited for you. I love you. So if you guys want to be a part of Ladybug's journey to healing and to hopefully finding, maybe a cure or a treatment plan, whatever science can find for this will be amazing, and so cool that Ladybug gets to be a part of it. Don't fight me. So if you guys want to support science, if you want to support Ladybug, go ahead, click the link, the GoFundMe, and donate. It would be so appreciated. Really, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for being a part of this, and long live Ladybug. If you want to support as well, you can go ahead and comment, long live Ladybug. I love you guys so much. Back to the video. So if happiness is a choice and unhappiness is a choice, we need to look at this and say, okay, so we have this undesired thing that's going on in life, right? Like there's probably something that's maybe not so desired. Maybe you want more money, you want the love of your life, you want to live somewhere else, you want to travel more, you want to have a van, you want whatever it is, and you don't have it. So there's that undesired thing, and then it maybe spirals into like the lack or the fear or the worry or the shame or the guilt or the, you know, whatever else it is. Or maybe you have a chronic illness and your symptoms are just repeating all day, every day. The thing about this is, and I know it's shitty to say and it's shitty that it's true, but the thing that healed my chronic illness was realizing that the symptoms were a choice. And not all of them, of course, but through brain retraining, I was able to not be disabled anymore and live my life again. I couldn't leave my house. I couldn't, you know, go into other people's houses. I could barely speak. I was having potentially mini strokes. I was slurring my speech. I was having a really hard time. And then when I started studying neuroplasticity, I started realizing that sometimes symptoms are just our brain and our body getting used to that symptom and that pattern and just having it on repeat. It's as if the default setting is just to keep playing it. And the brain and the body don't know any different because it hasn't been instructed to do different. And so that's where that ignorance comes from. It's like not many people realize that you can instruct your brain and your body to choose different, to feel different, to be different, to think different, to have a different outcome. If the quantum field is happening right now and there are infinite possibilities and infinite timelines, also, look at my girl, adventure kitty. If there are infinite timelines, there's a version of you who chose to stop with the patterns, to stop the unhappy thoughts, the lack thoughts, the worry thoughts, the symptoms, all these things, and chose different. And so, okay, so we're here. I hope I have you. We're here in the choosing different. It's not easy because you're challenging everything in your body and in your brain, and you're saying, no, we got to do something different. It's not just like, okay, I choose to be the richest motherfucker in the world. I wish, but it's really going deep into your being and into your core and facing those parts of yourself that say anything different than what it is that you truly desire, and then wiring in. So neurons that fire together wire together. So when you fire the neuron that you desire with the undesired neuron, so say it's a symptom with a high vibrational state. So if you have a symptom like brain fog, and then you start bringing into attention brain fog, and then you fire it with the desired frequency, which is a high vibrational state, could be your chosen timeline. We talk about that in all my programs on my channel here too. And that is like where life's peaking, like everything's great, all categories, the love, the health, the abundance, the joy. And it's like the best, and you just tap into that timeline and you're like, oh my God, wow, that's that high vibration. You wire that together just by simply firing the undesired, bringing it into an awareness. So we bring it into awareness, that's how we fire it. And then we wire it with the desired. And so we go into that high vibrational state, and then we start making that the new pattern, the new norm. We instruct our mind and our body to make that the default setting. So if you practice being happy, if you practice being an abundant motherfucker, if you practice this and you make it your job to do this all day, every day, to just think in delusion or whatever you want to call it, of like, I have everything that I want. My life is a fairy tale. Things are easy for me. I feel amazing. Like, opportunities just pop up left and right. I don't have to do shit. Like God, the source energy, the universe just delivers it to me, and I just get to be. I get to just be with my favorite little animals and creatures and loves of my life, and I just wake up and I'm like, oh, what do you have for me today? And then, you face everything with that attitude, even the shadow stuff, because that is exactly how you change your life. So you wake up, you're like, today's the best day ever. And then someone comes to you and they're like, I hate you. And then you're just like, okay, this is I don't know how to, what other shadow work. It's probably not that clear, but like something undesired comes up, and it's clearly a manifestation of one of your patterns, and you're looking at it and it's like, it's icky and whatever. But if you wire that. So that's fired. You're perceiving it. It's in your awareness. It's happening right in front of you. And then you wire it with something that you desire. So that means you're in that situation and you're having a completely different experience where you're feeling in your chosen timeline, in your high vibrational state, and you're actually wiring that with what you perceive as the undesired. You're going to jump timelines a million bajillion times and go to like another dimension of a wonderful, magical experience. And so it's simple, but it's not easy. Okay. And it kind of is easy when you understand how simple it is, but it's the consistency, it's the dedication, it's the willingness to change, the willingness to let go of your old self and to stop just being in the default setting. It's almost an addiction to be in the default setting and to stay in the familiar. But if you want to change your life, you have to step into the unknown. The unknown is going to be marked as unfamiliar and potentially unsafe by the subconscious. And so you have to be courageous and brave enough to change that, to walk into the unknown, to teach your mind and your body that it is safe, to work with the body, the nervous system, and to say, I'm good. One step forward. I'm good. One step forward. Tap, 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 EFT tapping, whatever. You know, if you join one of my programs, that is what we do so much to teach the body, because you have to work with all angles of this. You can't just be like I said, I choose this, and then like quit your job and move to Europe and go after what you want. You have to also work with the mind, work with the patterns, work with the body, work with the nervous system. Otherwise, you're just going to end up in the same place as before, or maybe worse, because you didn't actually address the patterns and the beliefs and the autoplay going on within your mind. You can't just leap. You also have to change and decondition and choose to restructure, refire your neuroplasticity to be in alignment with the version of you who you desire to be. You have to unlearn what you've been taught as your limitations so that you can remember the truth of who you are and get what you want. Boom. That was a good one and a fiery one. I love you guys. I love this life. My heart is with Chaos and Dolore. I'm moving through that. I'm really, really moving through that. It's like a magical experience of just knowing that they're here with me and knowing that, you know, this is exactly what it was meant to be. And they were meant to lead me to this moment where I'm still here on the farm because of them. If you don't know, my horse gave stillbirth, what is it called? Stillbirth to 2 babies. We didn't realize that there were 2 babies in there. We thought there was just one, but there were twins, and they killed, one of the twins killed both of them because they were malnourished. And so they died in the belly, and that killed Chaos, my baby that I was aware of. And so they're no longer with us. But Maisie is the other horse here. She's not my horse, but love her. And she's about to give birth too. So we're looking forward to that. I have a puppy about to be born who's going to join my little zoo. So it's going to be me, Duchess, Arlo, Zima. Even though Zima is not technically my dog, she lives with me and I love her like a daughter. And then, you know, we're going to start traveling again. The van's driving. All is good. I love the van even more now because the tent, I have more space and I can like live in that with more space, and I don't feel so crammed in the van when I'm in there. And then now I can tap into like why I love it so much and how I always dreamed of having a van, especially here in Europe. So I'm going to go to Greece soon, and then I'm going to go up to Norway once it gets hot. This first sight of a horse fly, I'm fucking out of here because the summer here was brutal. Go to Norway, go to Ireland, go to the UK, come back here, spend some time on the farm, and then hopefully go to Ibiza, Mallorca, do some yoga retreats. I don't know, have a retreat of my own, either here on the farm, or I think I might like find a location in Portugal or Spain, maybe in Norway. I don't know. I'd love to put on a retreat this year. So let me know in the comments if you want to come to my retreat. No details about it yet, but I guess I'll start like an interest list, and then we'll move forward with a wait list. So if you want to sign up for that or one of my programs, right now I'm doing like the biggest sale I've ever done on my program Decondition. And so right now for the month of March, each week there will be a discount. It's going to get less and less and less. Right now it's the biggest one. So $777 off of the program right now for like 5 more days. And then next week will be a little bit less, and a little less and less. And so we will start on April 1st. So it'll be another 12 weeks live where you will have me to your availability. Right now, the program is going to end in a few weeks with the current group. So I love it and I want to do it again. So if you want to sign up there, have access to me for 12 weeks where you can email me with any of your questions and I can support you in deconditioning your mind. That is available in the link below. It's only $1,000, not euros, dollars right now. I have 21 days to rewire your mind, which is a smaller but also really dense program, all about what we were just talking about. And I have 21 days to know your divine guidance as well, which is all about knowing your divine, or tapping into your communication with your angels and guides, learning how to communicate with them, learning that language. Everyone speaks with the divine a little bit differently. Opening up your heart space, going in there, asking questions from that place of what is most in alignment for you and your path and your human experience, and making decisions from there so you never have to turn to the outside world again for guidance. You have it all here. So it's just about opening up and learning that language and having this skill, I guess, for the rest of your life so that you're in alignment. And it's a really powerful program. I also have some one-on-one availability as well. So I'll link that all below. I love you guys. I will see you in the next video. Bye.